Alex Spellman, congratulations. What a weekend. You came here with a mission. It was all on the line for you more than anyone, and it's mission completed. Just sum up how you're feeling for us.
Um, you know, I, I, like I said out there, normally I could talk about darts for hours, but this is, I mean, when I say unexpected, obviously I have the ability, but if anybody watched the matches today and what I had to pull off, this is literally unexpected. So I don't, I'm completely unprepared, to be honest.
Look, coming into this, as you say, that the confidence wasn't there, but surely this this reunites everything and this puts the links back together. Winning a title when you're not at your best. That does that go, hang on a minute, what can I do if I am at my best?
Right. I mean, look, I literally just had a conversation with one of the guys I'm staying with. I've been coaching him, and I told him, if the throw feels fine, I could be down 5-0. If I've missed 6, 7 darts at a double, I still feel like if I can just pull that together, I can reel off 6, 7 legs in a row and still win this match. And then I guess I decided to show him in person what that looks like. My throw felt fine today against Savada. As I've talked publicly, in a month or so, I'm getting tested for a lot of the mental health stuff. And against Savada, my ankles were numb, my feet were tingling, my arms were starting to get heavy and numb. And for some reason, oddly enough, because I couldn't really feel anything, it just kind of it kind of helped flow. But yeah, so knowing that okay, I can play through that, and then no matter how much I'm down, no matter how much my opponent is kicking my ass a little bit, as long as I keep doing what I do, and hopefully they fall in, and hopefully they fall off. Uh, I mean, 3 times today I had to turn matches around, 4 straight against Gates with my back against the wall. Savada, I think I was down coming back from the break. I don't remember what the score line was, but it felt like I was down more than I probably actually was if I look back at it. And then obviously what I had to do with Cameron.
How big was that 146? Because 5-2 and 6-1, there is a massive difference going
Right.
into that break.
Like I said, my throw felt fine, but I just could not seem to find my 20. So in an odd way, going up on 146, I've left 145 so many times today, and a couple times I almost had to look at it. So I was almost relieved that I had 146, and you don't go up being like, all right. It's just more like, well, at least I don't have to throw the 20. And then I think I kind of annoyingly asked, is the second one in? And when she said, yeah, you just kind of whatever, because Cameron was throwing really well, or at least it felt like he was throwing really well. Maybe I was just playing poorly. But yeah, like you said, there's a big difference between the 5 leg deficit and the 3 leg deficit. And this is the second time that I had to do that in a Continental Cup win. And also the last time I won the Continental Cup, I also took out 25, but I took it out double 9, 3, double 2. This time I took it out the more traditional route.
Yeah, look, what do you say to yourself in that moment? And what moment did you think you had him? Because
Um,
the white flag kind of came in at one point, or that certainly watching it, it looked like the white flag came in from him.
right. And I think I got some help from the crowd for sure. They were quite loud and rowdy. But I mean that's to be expected. Sometimes you play in front of a quiet crowd and sometimes they're loud and rowdy. And early on, I think it was bothering me because I didn't want it to bother Cameron because a lot of it was very loud and for me. And it definitely affected my play. But during the break, I just told myself, look, if it's bothering I can't control the crowd. It's if it's bothering Cameron, that's his problem, not mine. And I told him afterwards, like I hate that happened, but I have to look out for me. If I can ignore it myself and just play through it. So once I saw that it was bothering him, a lot of my stress and nerves and anxiety pretty much went away because I knew that as long as I played solid darts, not even great darts necessarily, uh, you know, that I might have a chance at it. And fortunately, that came to be.
What was the evening like? Because it was kind of weird. We spoke about it yesterday that you had a 5 in 8 chance of going to the World Championships, regardless of whether you won the title. And then once the semi-final lineup's done, you know you're there, and you've got people congratulating you, and so on. What's the kind of mindset in all that mix of emotions?
It's of course I come in saying I want to control my own destiny because the other 3 guys, Mawson, went on a great run earlier in the season. Jason is more than capable, as we've seen recently. And Christie's won an event this year, so I know that it's not a gimme. Even if there's one guy left, and then Stowe started off a little slow, and now you're starting to think I'm just like, come on, like I want the I of course I want the guaranteed spot. I'm still concerned about doing my job, but it doesn't hurt if you know you're getting some help along the way. So yeah, as I told Peter on the stage, if I'm honest, with the ups and downs in my play and knowing how much Savada and Stowe and those guys just dominated the tour this season, my contingency plan was my main plan. That was, I felt like, the best path I had to get in. Of course, I know I can win, but if I'm again the confident side of the brain that you need that says I'm gonna win this, obviously that's there, but the realistic side of my brain is usually what takes over, and I have to prepare for what I actually expect, not what I hope to do.
Two times Continental Cup champion, to get your hands on another major, as in your own words, where you've not been at your best. That must give you delight that everyone's been talking about Savada, Bunce, Cameron. However, it is Alex Spellman who has his hands on the trophy.
Right.
Second time.
And with the guys I coach, I tell them as you get better, the first time you go out to show off your new skill set, you're probably going to lose. You're probably going to suck for a little bit because you're going to try so hard to take what you were doing at home and do it at a tournament. But then once you start winning, now people have expectations of you. And I think a lot of last year struggling so much was I knew what people were expecting of me, and I was just trying so hard to find that chip on the shoulder I needed. And it wasn't until the beginning of this year that I was just like, you know what, it's okay if I'm not playing my best. And I stopped trying so hard. And then I think that's when I started seeing more consistent, inconsistent success here and there. And on the back end of the year, honestly, I have to, I have to dedicate this to a lot of the people that I'm coaching, because when I am talking to them, we're working through the issues they're having, and in a way, it gets me thinking about things I might be doing. And there was just a little tweak of the wrist that I was showing somebody else, and I kind of saw my straight on view in the camera, and it just clicked a thought. In the last couple of weeks, I've been playing a lot better. So not doing this alone. It takes the support of everybody. It takes obviously the CDC, what you guys are doing, and actually getting all this out there. Um, I mean, at this point, I'm going to be honest. I don't even remember what the question was. My brain's just everywhere.
um, you spoke about. I was listening to your stage interview and what you said yesterday. Can you get yourself in tip-top shape by the Grand Slam?
Um,
You're one that
well,
you break your game down better than anyone.
right.
Can you get it in a position it needs to be to go and be the best version of Alex Spellman come?
I just need the physical side. I think I'm fine with. I think we saw that in spurts today. It's just the like I said, the consistency side of it. But really, it's just what I got going on up here. I need to see when I'm supposed to be over there, but I also have months ago I scheduled this assessment to see where I'm at, and then I got to figure out, okay, well, if they have me testing medications as part of that, well, I got to see how does that play into what I'm doing, and I don't want to be. It's just going to be a weird time for me. All I'm going to do is just try not to worry about it. Go up there and do my best, even if it is my worst. And if anything, use it as a warm up for Worlds to see where I am right now. I don't know where I'm at. It's been a year, a little over a year since I've played in that kind of stage. So. Um, and even when I wasn't at my best, when I played at MSG last year, when I was in the midst, there's something about playing in that kind of thing where I lost to Peter Wright, but I lost 6-5 to a former world champion. So uh, I can't be too upset about that. But I genuinely, like I said, normally I can analyze the hell out of this, but I'm not expecting to be in this position, honestly. So I don't know yet, but I'm going to do my best to figure it out.
Well, at worst, you've probably got to be in the UK by Friday the 7th of November.
Oh, cool. Well, my birthday's on the 6th, so if anybody wants to send some stuff to me as good luck over there. I'm pretty sure that that's around the time I got to meet with this guy, and I have to meet him in person. So I'm gonna really hate if I have to push this off another couple months, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Just talking about what you said there about losing to a former world champion and not having played in that environment for over a year. and I'm asking probably as a fan here more than anything,
Right.
is there a chance that playing back in that environment on two big stages reignites that passion for Alex Spellman to come and show the rest of the world that
Yeah.
I'm being greedy. I want to see Alex
Right.
Spellman play as
Yeah,
much as we
I think
can.
like I said, I think the biggest obstacle for me is obviously there's the cost involved and all that stuff. But for me, it really is the mental side. The way I felt, to be bluntly honest, and I even talked to Jason Brandon afterwards. The way that I felt after that match, where like I said, my hands are like literally numb,
Yeah.
my feet are tingly, and I feel like I'm going to pass out. I don't enjoy that feeling. So if I go through this assessment and I can't get approval for the medication that I need to take, and so far I've been unsuccessful with other things. I didn't go to bed till 4 a.m. this morning because I can't take my medication around times that I'm playing DRA regulated stuff. I just that's the big if they say no, sorry, we're not, then I'm gonna that's probably the biggest driving factor of what of how far I try to push my game. Um, my health has to come first, unfortunately. Well, I almost said unfortunately, but you know what I mean.
Uh,
But it's just it's not a good feeling, and if I'm doing that day in day out, I just would rather not. So it's really going to depend on how that goes. But I mean, who knows? Maybe I get up there, and even if I am just absolutely terrible, throw the worst averages ever seen on a PDC stage, maybe I'll be at the end of it. You know what? I survived. I lived to the next day, and that's enough to be like, you know what? I this could be okay, and then I can, build from that.
we've touched on everything else, but the one that's gone under the radar is returning to Madison Square Garden as well. And I know you were in New York this year, but obviously not there.
Yeah.
How much did it hurt missing it, and how excited are you to go back to MSG?
Um, you know, I can't say that it would hurt. Obviously, I want to be there, but it's exciting to see people that have never been there go. Like we kind of talked last night, I gave up the Budapest spot for the WDF because my heart wasn't there, but I knew somebody else wanted to be there, so I gave them that spot. While I wasn't at MSG to watch, I literally only drove up to do the meet and greet to meet the players, or not the, sorry, not meet the players, but like to meet the fans of the game and be involved in the community side of it. I did a couple coaching sessions and then I drove home. I wanted to be home with my wife and all that stuff and enjoy the uh, watching it on the ride on the drive home. But that one is it's so hard to tell. I want to say that's almost more nerve-wracking. I've played pretty comfortable in front of them because it's all people I already know for the most part. It's no different than maybe the Continental Cup, but like if we just had more of the normal people that we have at big tournaments and stuff showing up. So that's a little bit more comfortable. But because I haven't been there, it'll have been 2 years at that point, and I don't know where my game's going to be at the time. I just want to make sure I don't try too hard. I don't try to show off. If I just relax, play my game, then I can let that get me across the line rather than trying to make it happen.
Well, Alex, huge congratulations on picking up your second Continental Cup title. Can't wait to see you over in the UK, Wolverhampton, and the Worlds, mate. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
To change your